Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Joe Barber. We're here at the Andy Hotel. We're about 16 minutes away from the House of Blues where Andy's performing, so we're on our way over there. Y'all stay tuned. We're at the Omni Hotel, but we're gonna walk to the House of Blues. What I want to tell y'all is, when it comes to manifesting stuff, man, you really gotta speak it into existence. You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta believe. Now, I'm cool with Andy, you know what I'm saying, but I don't talk to him on a regular basis like that. But I told myself, Andy's gonna have me over as a guest. I did this piece of art. I want him to autograph it. And then I'm gonna seal it and put it in my office. And it's gonna be a constant reminder. I wanna remind some of the barbers that are gonna be going to my school that these kind of things happen. And it's not because I'm the best barber. It's not because I'm the smartest guy out here. It's because I'm persistent and I believe. So good things happen when you believe. You gotta keep going. So when I'm talking about being a professional barber, it's not just behind the chair. I tell you, you want to treat everybody the same. You don't know who they know, you don't know what they know, you don't know where they can take you. I've been able to network with some of the best barbers. The reason I was able to connect with Andy was because of my boy David Hillen out in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. He's been a big supporter. When I first came about and I got attention on Yahoo, he saw my Michael Jordan haircut and he, reached out to me. He's the one that took me to the Bronner Brothers show and allowed me to teach a class there. So it's not just what you know, it's who you know. So if you have the opportunity to meet or even cut your favorite rap artist, would you be ready? That's the question. How would you get ready? The answer to that is you treat everybody in your chair like a celebrity, so when the celebrity comes looking for you, nothing changes. Here we are. We could have took Uber, got there faster, but you got to be in the moment. Enjoy the atmosphere. It's a beautiful day today. So when I get to Andy, what I plan on doing, I'm not gonna cut his hair today. I didn't bring my clippers. I'm just gonna kick it with him. Building relationships with people. That's what I value. I build relationships with all my customers, all my clients. I want to know who they are, what their desires are, what their dreams are, what their plans are. Sometimes I gotta cope with their losses, family members, jobs, whatever. I gotta have some answers, some direction for them. But you don't get enough experience, just keep it to yourself. You gotta be able to get out there, talk to people, gain experience. So, what I'm gonna tell you is, when I get to Andy, I'm gonna ask him a question. The question I'm gonna ask Andy is, when he was younger, he envisioned himself being a rapper. Now that that's true, now that it's real, now that he's made hits, what does he have to say to other people that have that same dream? We're gonna find out right now. Another thing, guys, that I want to reach out and explain to you. I really want to get into your head. Is that you have to envision things first before they come into reality. If you don't have direction, you're never gonna know where you're gonna end up. The major thing is when you end up somewhere like the center of a crossroad like this, and you don't know which way to go, You got to find out what you love, what you're passionate about, and you go that direction. In the beginning of my journey, I started off hungry, a hungry barber. I was broke. I didn't know what barbering could do for me. But I knew I had to go down the road less traveled. I'm the type of guy that I like going against the grain. I don't like following the crowd. I like being in my own lane and doing my own thing. I started doing portraits because I'd never seen it before. And then everyone started doing portraits all over the world. I don't take credit for it. I'm just saying I was one of the pioneers. But you can't be afraid to be different. You're one of one. God made one of you. All you have to decide is that you want to be the best version of you. And I promise you, good things are going to happen. All right, guys, so here's the House of Blues. I'm just going to be right here. I want to have just one dedicated to you. So every city that we pick up.
You want me to go right up here?
Wherever you want, wherever you feel comfortable.
You want me to say Joe Barber?
Whatever you want. Since when you were little, you envision yourself being a rapper, right? Like just like I envision myself being a barber.
Yeah.
What's something that you would tell somebody like that has that desire, like everything that you like envision, like to be where you're at now? Because did you ever envision yourself being like this big?
You know what? I don't know if I always envisioned like, oh yeah, I could make it. Like I believed I could. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, if I put in the work and if you know, if I put in the work and if I go hard enough and if I make the right moves, I have an opportunity to like do it. You know what I'm saying? But I also had this weird realistic thing to me too, where I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to school for audio technology, so that if music doesn't work out, I could still be around music.
I got you.
You know? So I always had that like, oh, I could do it, but also I'm gonna have this in here so I could be in the right direction.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like this. It was like this hopeful realism. I don't even know if that's, you know.
I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas like, I know I could do it, but I also just was like, I'm gonna be near it if I can't do it.
Okay.
You know.
I just wanted to ask you because when I was in my school for barbers, my whole thing is them envisioning how they can make an impact and how far they can get. And it's not about just cutting like celebrities or cutting athletes. I've done all that, but I'm saying like my thing is for them to be able to envision like you're an example of. I mean, I love watching like your little videos and you know listening to your mom on the music and like the story. Man, that was so touching. And it really touched me to like you've been at it for a minute where you're constantly like pursuing you lived it in your mind already of like rapping and stuff. So a lot of times I feel like I need to be the example for a lot of these young barbers coming up because they see it like, oh man, I want to cut this. I'm like, dude, it's not even about that. Like I use your quote. That's gonna be my mantra at my school. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
That's right.
So it's like I treat all my clients, whether they're rappers, basketball players, they're all the same. And I cut different walks of life. I cut principals, teachers,
right,
everybody. So it's like the same respect and the same love I give you, I'm gonna give them. Even with you, when I would come get you, like, don't even worry about it, Andy. If I gotta go from San Antonio, man, I drove from Albuquerque to Lubbock to go cut you, and you were like, no, Joe, I gotta pay you. I'm like, no, dog. Like, my contribution to you is that's my gift. Like, God gave me this gift, and it's taking me all over. To Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico, everywhere. And it's like, so it's just like for someone that I look up to you, you know what I'm saying? I love your lyricism, I love your energy, you're you, like you're not trying to be nobody else. And that's me, I'm trying to be me. So it's just, I wanted people to hear from you, like, it's not just about dreaming it and envisioning it, it's like, there's a lot more to it than just that. Like, it's just like, I want to push these barbers to be the best, but not just for themselves, like, I pour into each customer, so I want them to know that, like,
right.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel like it's important, like, what they want out of barbering. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some people, they're just like, I just want to have a tool in the belt to be able to make money whenever I need in a scrappy way.
Yeah.
Some people are like, nah, I want to be in the service industry for my life and serve people and talk with them. Some people it's like Vic has become, he actually don't want to be a barber in the service industry. He's like, I want to use barbering as a tool to have conversations with people to make content. You know what I'm saying?
And there's money in that.
And it's a whole different. So it's like there's so many ways to look at the craft. It's like, you know, like, oh, some people might say, I only want to cut celebrities.
Like MP, my boy MP cuts Puff and all that.
They just like, I just want to work this many hours a day and make this amount of money, but the space to get into that is so much smaller, right? So it's like, I don't care. In my mind, this is not, you know, maybe how you see it, but like, whatever you want to do with it, that's fine. It's just each one's gonna have a different path. But they all the paths, regardless, are gonna have to start with putting in mad hours and work. So whether you want to cut little kids, old men, school teachers, NBA players, whatever, you're gonna have to be nice. If you trash with the Clippers, it doesn't matter what your goals are. It's like, you still gotta be nice no matter what. You put in the time and be nice with yourself.
I think it's just a lot of times people see the outcome, like on Instagram. They see a Vic, they see my boy Pacino's flying in private jet, all that stuff. I'm like, dude.
But when you check out the skills, like your actual hand skills, Vic's hand skills, crazy. That's the one thing that's like, you could have it all you want. You could love basketball all you want. If your jump shot is trash, it don't matter, right? Like,
no, it's true.
That's what I'm saying. You need, or you gotta be. Some people like Shaq are, you know, 7 foot tall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Their hand gotta be crazy.
So no, that's good. I mean, that was just inside. I just want to, like, my whole purpose now, and I feel like this is what God wants me to do, is just use everything that I've done collectively. Like, if you want to hear from someone that's been there, done that. I cut hair inside Madison Square Garden. I've been cutting the Spurs. I've been doing I've done all this stuff. And it's like, do you want to do that? And they're going to be like, well, yeah, I want to do that. I'm like, okay, well, you got to do this first. It's like you know, I got to teach them to wax on first, and then like build them up. So that's the whole thing.
Cool mode with the 16s in the studio. Michelangelo with a microphone, writing 16s, but the